I'm hopping on YouTube today to talk about something that's been bothering me about the Canadian election, because I'm sure most Canadians are not aware of it. So prior to this year's election on April 28th, 2025, many Canadian candidates lent their name to a website called votepalestine.ca. After the election, I was curious to learn if anyone on the votepalestine.ca website had won a seat in Parliament, so I cross-referenced votepalestine.ca with ourcommons.ca, and what I learned was that two members of Carney's new cabinet, announced yesterday, May 13th, 2025, Shafqat Ali and Adam VanKoeverden, both were listed. What's more shocking is that 7% of all seats were won by pro-Palestinians who lent their names to this website: 18 Liberals, 5 NDP, and Elizabeth May of the Green Party. So why is the votepalestine.ca website problematic? It's problematic for me because its main logo on the homepage is a red icon that includes at the bottom a red triangle. The red triangle was used by Hitler and the Nazis during World War II to mark the uniforms of political prisoners before they were either gassed or worked to death. So how did this icon end up on a website for Canadian election candidates? The Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Haj Amin al-Husseini, aligned himself with Germany and spent most of World War II broadcasting propaganda to the Arab world. After the war, Yugoslavia sought to indict al-Husseini for his role in recruiting 20,000 Muslims. Al-Husseini fled to Egypt, where his young cousin, Yasser Arafat, learned from him, and al-Husseini became his mentor. Arafat started the PLO. Today, in fact, none of these Aryan beliefs or Nazi ideals have ever left the West Bank or Gaza. Mein Kampf is available for purchase throughout the Palestinian territories, and today Hamas uses the same red triangle to mark collaborators or Israeli targets. People will tell you it's a symbol of resistance, but what is key here is that some of our members of parliament align themselves with a movement that validates armed resistance and ignores the history of this very problematic symbol. The platform these MPs have endorsed has 5 key points, of which I take issue with 3. Well, I take issue with all 5, but 3. 1, they want to properly fund relief efforts in Gaza, including UNRWA. 80% of those who participated in the 10/7 atrocities and massacres are graduates of UNRWA schools. UNRWA has been proven by Hillel Neuer and UN Watch to be complicit in 10/7. UNRWA school textbooks depict Jews as enemies of Islam, glorify martyrdom, and promote jihad. UNRWA maps do not include Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, and refer to Israel as the Zionist occupation. 2, they want to recognize Palestine as a state. The Montevideo Conference of 1933 has 4 criteria to recognize a state, including defined borders, permanent population, and effective government. The effective government of Hamas is Hamas for Gaza right now. So I ask our MPs, which borders are you wanting to recognize? Which leaders are you wanting to work with? Hamas, who slaughter Jews, or Fatah, who have the pay to slay program? They also want anti-Palestinian racism and freedom of expression, and they give an example of being silenced by universities. As a member of parliament, your job is to defend the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms includes security for all Canadians, including Jewish Canadians. Jewish students were banned from attending campus or attending classes they paid for, while they were being spit upon and jeered by pro-Palestinians who now want a codified protection of their rights. Make it make sense. If you voted Liberal, NDP, or Green during the last election, I encourage you to reflect on what I've just told you. And I also want you to know that not one Conservative supported this hateful and racist platform.